Today I want to just talk to you about colors and pictures, and a lot of things that people, kind of are like, oh, I don't know what to do with my picture, and how do you make it pop? And so I just kind of want to show you with a bunch of different pictures and different colors of what will bring out your picture and bring the focus, because really you want your focus to be on your picture. And so here's a picture with a person that has a blue, white, and plaid shirt, and there's a blue background. And then if you change it to a red background, and it kind of pops a little bit, and you could almost even go with a blue behind it. Well, here's one where it really draws it out, because it draws out both the cat and the person, because the cat has a white in it, and the red really, it draws your eye to it. You could even do it with the blue and white. It's not quite as pops quite as much. I kind of like the red one. Another one is, using pattern paper behind a picture. I'm not a big fan of it. I find that the picture blends in too much, but you can use the pattern paper and still have a slight small mat behind the picture, and it will still, and it just adds that little bit, and it breaks up between the picture and the pattern. Here's another one with a little bit of red too, and it will kind of draw out. And just play with the colors to see what will make your picture pop. I mean, if you're trying to focus on a person or an item, like in here you have the blue, and it kind of pops the shirt a little bit. If you add yellow, it will kind of bring that little flower out a little bit, or if you really, here's one with some patterned yellow and a little bit of red, and it kind of brings out both the child and the flower, because it has the yellow and it's popping the flower, and the red is popping his outfit. Here's one of Tigger. Again, with a patterned paper, you kind of lose Tigger in the whole picture. It blends. You add just that little bit of a matte, and look at how much Tigger pops. But say you want it, it's a natural outdoorsy look, and you want to use a neutral color. You can do that, but as you see, he doesn't really pop quite as much. Or you can try different colors, and it's like, oh, it's a little bit different. There's a different orange. And you just kind of want to see, as you could see, the orange, almost the same color as Tigger, really made the picture kind of draw your eye to it. Here's one with Eeyore, and a lot of people would think, oh, a dark color with Eeyore, kind of gray and gloomy. It's okay. Add a little bit of a contrasting color, and he kind of pops a little bit, and so doesn't the little girl. You can even add two contrasting colors with the green, and it really makes her pop out, because she has green in her pants and the green in the background too. You could almost even pull the purple out, and the picture still pops. You just kind of want to play, and this is how my room ends up a mess, because I really want the focus to be on the picture and not necessarily the paper. So here's another one that's cute little kids in the snow with a patterned paper behind. The pattern blends in. It's not the right patterned paper, and you think, oh, a polka dot one looks kind of like snow. But again, it kind of blends in. She has a pink hat and he has a red hat. Add that little bit of a real fine thing. You can still have the pattern paper of looking like snow, and you put that little bit of red, and they kind of pop out. Even if you did on another, here too, it's got the little swirls. It looks like snow. It blends in. You add that little bit of color to make that picture pop, and your focus again is on the picture. And sometimes it's hard. It's like you have the kids here with the Easter Bunny, and they're in different color outfits, and how do you make them pop, and you want to use those Eastery colors, and just not working and until you find the right one. And the one with the bunny here, it kind of makes them all pop because it's kind of focusing on the bunny, and then you kind of draws your eye to the other kids. Here's one here with a lot of brown, and people think, oh well, any brown would work. Not really, because as you see, if you use a light one, he kind of blends in a little bit, doesn't really pop. You add that little bit, you can still have that light tone to it, and add a little bit of a lighter one, and it kind of pops. If you really focus in on one color, kind of try to match that dark brown gel. And so you can even do a triple matte too there. And it really just, again, it's just you want to draw the picture, you know, your eye to the picture, not necessarily the paper. You know, sometimes finding that right pattern paper, like this has really fine small print, so that would be okay. And then you add, you're like, oh well, I really want to kind of pop it out. As you can see, the blue just doesn't really make it pop. Or even a red, and sometimes it's finding that right shade of red. It's like, oh well, that would work, but you find that red that matches Pooh's shirt, and look at that, you have, you know, and again, you can have that pattern paper behind it, and it's got the yellow in it, and it really just draws your attention to the whole picture. Here's another picture, it's an outdoor picture here, and I'm going to show you all the different colors. You know, you're like, oh well, I kind of want a contrasting color, so let's throw a pink behind there. You know, it kind of works. You have another green picture, different shades of green. You know, that green, it kind of blends in. This green kind of blends in a little bit too. Then you could go with a neutral color. You know, and it kind of pops it a little bit. And then you have a blue that you could work with, and that really kind of pops it a little bit. And then a purple that really, the purple kind of focuses to here on, you know, pulls out his shirt because he has a little bit of purple, and pulls out her shirt. And so therefore you're drawn to those, and therefore you're also drawn to her. Or you could go with a really, you know, bright color, and it really pops the whole picture. And so basically you just kind of want to play around with the different colors and what is it that draws your eye to your picture. Because if it's not drawing your eye to the focus of the picture, which is what the whole purpose of us scrapbooking is, the picture, not the cute embellishments and the papers, those are the accent pieces. You really want the eye to be drawn to the picture and the memory. And so I hope that kind of helped you realize the different pattern paper choices and color choices. You know, there's so many out there, and sometimes it's just hard. And like I said, just kind of play around with, you know, the different colors, you know, and what is it that you want to really pop out here. You know, I mean, it can be any simple little thing that really, it's like, oh, that really just makes that picture really pop there. So, and you really want your focus to be on the pictures.